Act 166, I think most people know what it is, but if you can give us a quick overview and then the current status of the rules, that would be super helpful just to lay the groundwork for us, and then we'll jump into some of our questions.
So I'm going to start with the overview, and I'm going to cede to Manuela on current status things, though what you should know is
I'll fill in whatever
she'll fill in whatever I leave out. We are working very closely as agencies. We meet every single week on these issues and are moving things forward rather quickly. So the overview of Act 166, which I think most of you know because you've seen the bill and most of you have seen the proposed rules, which very closely follow the bill, is that it really is establishing access to pre-kindergarten education for all 3- and 4-year-old children in the state of Vermont. Essentially, the setup of the bill is that we will approve, what do we call it? Approve, pre-qualify. We will pre-qualify folks who meet the quality standards. The quality standards have not essentially changed since Act 62. And so folks who were pre-qualified before, though there's a slightly different process, should be able to qualify again. And that may change in the future. It has not changed at this point because our focus is on access. And then parents may choose any pre-qualified provider that they want to, whether it's in a public school setting or a private community setting, as long as they are pre-qualified. And we have established a statewide tuition rate. Part of what we did, what happened in this bill, or what was desired in this bill, was to simplify and streamline access to pre-kindergarten education as well as make it universal. And so we had a lot of charges around trying to make this simpler and easier for parents, for school systems, for private providers, and we're really trying to stay close to that. So there's a pre-qualification process. Parents can choose the place where they send their child to pre-kindergarten. As long as the school has not established a pre-kindergarten region, in terms of ensuring access, there was a concern in the legislature that if all kids went outside of a district, that there would be no programs left inside of a district, so that for children who are not free to travel, there might then therefore be no access. And so a school board has the option to propose a pre-K region, which means they say we will pay for any of the pre-qualified programs within our region. The departments have an approval process for that. We are working on that process today. But anyone within the pre-K region, they would then pay for where the parent goes. And there is a process whereby there's some input into the establishment of a pre-K region. And then the parent has to enroll in their school system as any. This is now the big aha for us in writing the rules was really, this is an entitlement for 3- and 4-year-old children. So now, just like any K-12 child or any K child particularly, kids don't have to go to school, but if they want to and they can find a school, they can. The school systems do not have to provide a program if one is not available, but if a parent can find one and it's pre-qualified, they have to pay. That's essentially the nuts and bolts of it. I'll let Manuela fill in the rest of the things, but I think that our focus has been on simplification, access, and making sure that we're going to find it, and consistency, so that when families go to pre-K, the same things happen no matter where they live. That's one of the things we're really looking for.
I think there are just a couple of things, Reeva, that I wanted to just bring out, and it's also in the first part of the guidance that we sent out just before the holidays. It wasn't intentional to keep you away from your festivities. It was basically that's when we had all of the okays to send it out. So one of the things is, and I've gotten a lot of questions about, is the pre-qualification is pretty much set. We have the application. It was posted on yesterday. It is on the Agency of Education website, and will soon also be on, I imagine, on DCF website as well, or CDD website. So that is pretty much taken care of, and I hope that all of you will find those. If you don't, and if you have any questions about that, let me know.